Loaded across the rolling mile for the Qipco 1000 Guineas, and they're off and racing. Given a bit of time, Mama's Girl, as they left the stall. Sweet Harmony breaks well over on the near side. Over on the far side, Queen Me, Matilda Bacot lead up over there, Polly Pot, and down the centre comes Naomi La Paglia. Far side group for Stenton Glider as well. Near side group, they're being headed by Morge early on. They're being tracked through by Olivia Moralda. Also Dance in the Grass race is just behind those with Fairy Cross. Remarque is in that group as well, in company with Tahira, group up the middle of the racecourse. Sweet Harmony, Billy Knockman's the one ploughing a lone furrow, Embraces at the back of that group that is in the middle. Over on the far side, still being taken along by the likes of Matilda Bacot, Stenton Gliders in that group, in company with Naomi La Paglia. They're being followed through by Queen Me in the noseband, Polly Pot and Lazoo over there with Meditate, Carsavina, and at the back of that group we have the likes of Power Dresses at the back of there as they make their way now down inside the final 4 furlongs in the Guineas. Up the centre of the racecourse, Morge continues to show up there. Just pushed along, Mama's Girl begins to make some progress, getting there early, as on the far side Matilda Bacot still has the lead from Morge. Now Tahira begins to make her move. She gets onto the shoulder of the leaders, travelling strongly. Mama's Girl, then Sweet Harmony. Over on the far side, Queen Me. But up the centre it is Morge with Tahira, who's now asked to go and press the challenge as they make their way now down inside the dip. Tahira and Morge are pulled clear in the Guineas. Over on the far side, Matilda Bacot. Tahira hasn't got past Morge yet, who is digging in. Morge in the blue, Tahira over on the far side, still about a head or so down, still out in front. Morge, Tahira still cannot get by. Morge drifting to the right, has won the Guineas. Morge beats Tahira a mile clear. Matilda Bacot, Carnarvon was next across the line. Dance in the Grass was behind those, and then behind them in 7th was Olivia Moralda. Morge and Tahira have had a protracted battle. Morge always just held sway. They have drifted towards the centre of the course. Not sure if there was ever any contact, about a neck between them at the line. It only concerned those two in the final furlong, but it could be classic success for Saeed Bin Saror, Oisin Murphy and Godolphin. So they have just drifted over to the centre. Back in 3rd place, Matilda Bacot's run a mighty race. Carnarvon, if you've got extra places, is just 4th. Next across the line, Dance in the Grass and Meditate with Olivia Moralda, Lazoo and several who never got involved. Queen Me, Educate was never really seen with a chance. Mama's Girl came there as if she might be a sprinter. She probably got there a little bit too early, but it could well be classic success. Oisin Murphy certainly first past the post. I'm not sure they did drift too far, but it just might be something before we give the final tick in the box for Saeed Bin Saror.
A second classic for Oisin Murphy after everything he's been through. For Saeed Bin Saror, back in the big time. He wins this race for a 3rd time, Cape Verde and Katsia, in a race that turned into a 2-way go. They're miles clear of the rest, Jason. The head-on will be interesting.
Yeah, and the pair of them drawn 15 and 17. Yeah, they did come close together. There was a slight rub of shoulders. I have no idea whether Chris will tell us if the eventual favourite was somewhat slowly away from the gates, didn't quite jump on terms with them.
It sounded like that from Richard's commentary. She was a bit slower away, but my goodness, that was a good horse race. These two pulling clear, head to head, doing battle in the final furlong. Both of them, 1 minute it was going to be Morge's race, the next it was Tahira's, then Morge, then Tahira, and just on the line, Morge was able to dominate in the hands of Oisin Murphy, who looks pretty emotional.
Yeah, they were close to each other and a bit of intimidation. She was going away again at the line, wasn't she?
Are you concerned, Stuart Aquarium?
No, I don't think. I think she'll be fine.
9-1, the winner of the Guineas, and how Oisin is going to enjoy this. Oh, look at that. Punching the air, a man who's come back with so much determination. Look at him. He's going to enjoy this.
I mean, he just loves being a jockey. He's an amazing horseman. He's an amazing student of form, of pedigrees, of the whole business itself. He had, what, 18 months off? That's a long time for a previous champion jockey. He loves doing what he does best, and he's come back with such a determination to prove himself. And to get on board a good filly in 1,000 Guineas is the first step, and then to win it is a really good step back to his best.
The horse that won the Duchess of Cambridge last season has done what Attraction did in 2004 and come on and won a 1,000 Guineas for Saeed Bin Saror, who has to watch Charlie Appleby win big race after big race. He has done it, and likewise back in the big time, Ollie, the jockey.
Yeah, plenty to get at with Oisin here. Firstly, let's talk through the race and the closing stages. Really tough from your filly. Did you drift across?
I didn't notice drifting very much. She's a champion and thanks very much to Saeed and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed for giving me the opportunity. It's massive. These Group 1s are